So CS2 has been out for about 2 weeks, I think, and it's not going well. It's not going well at all. There are a lot of problems that I'm going to try and talk about all of it. So we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the fact that the release of CS2 did not feel like a release at all. When you release a game, it should have the bare minimum slightly more content than the previous game, but this does not happen at all. There are zero new maps, new weapons, there isn't a new operation, nothing is new. The newest thing would be the revamp of Premiere Mode, but that's about it. In fact, we're missing a lot of content. A lot of the Wingman maps are missing. War Games is missing as well, which is Flying Scoutsman, Demolition, Arms Race. We're also missing the Retake game mode that was introduced. We're missing Danger Zone as well. No official way, quote unquote, of opening workshop map, and no official way of hosting and joining community servers, which is very, very bad. Now, I understand why Valve released CS2 in this state, and it's because they want to try and fix the core gameplay as soon as possible in preparation for the upcoming tournaments and major. So it makes sense to release the game now and to delete Global Offensive in a way to force everyone to play this game and collect as much feedback as possible. So now that we've talked about the release, let's talk about the game in general, how it is today. The performance has improved slightly from the beta, not by much in my experience, but it is a little more stable. There are less stutters, but the FPS could get some more optimization. Also, we have to talk about the graphic, because playing on certain resolutions at low settings is absolutely impossible. The screen looks so blurry and pixelated that CS 1.6, a game that released a long ass time ago, looks better. It has better visual clarity. We also have to talk about the netcode. Oh my, the netcode. Okay, so Peeker's advantage in this game is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Holy shit. If you see someone's shoulder and you do not shoot it, you are dead. Because the millisecond you see someone's shoulder, that's when the other person on the screen can see your face for like 20 years. It is absolutely ridiculous. I know I'm exaggerating it, but it's to illustrate the point. The Peeker's advantage is way too big of a problem, and I really hope they fix this soon. And it's not just the netcode, it's also the animations and the way that the characters move, especially with the legs and stuff, is better compared to the beta, at least in terms of like the animation and the way that characters peek. But still, it needs more work, a lot more work. There's also a lot of dying through walls. It has not been fixed. In fact, I'm seeing more ridiculous clips after the release, which could be simply because more people are playing CS2, to be fair. But there are some truly incredible clips that you see and I cannot comprehend it, dude. So let's also talk about now the core gameplay, the shooting and the movement. Right now, currently, there is the trend or the fad. I don't understand it all too well, I'm not going to lie, but apparently it is better and more consistent to have inputs that are not affected by subtext. Recently, as you can see in the tweet here, has explained how having not subtext movement is more consistent, which is very interesting, because why would you spend so much time developing a system called like subtick, all for it to just be better to not have subtick? Also, jumping is also affected by subtick. If you change the input for it to be not affected by subtick, you jump higher, which is really interesting to me. I don't know how to explain it. Also, I cannot believe I am going to say this. I genuinely feel like puking thinking about saying it, but here it goes. The shooting in CS2 is almost the same as Valorant. Yes, Counter-Strike, the game that has arguably the best shooting mechanics, the most refined shooting mechanics, is almost as bad as Valorant's gunplay. It is so bad and inconsistent. You feel like you cannot control the weapon. And it's not just the spraying, which feels absolutely random and disgusting, but it's just shooting in general. Tapping feels really inconsistent, and spraying feels super inconsistent. I don't know. If they do not fix the shooting, it's so bad that I feel like not playing anymore, because I absolutely detest Valorant's gunplay, and it just feels like that. There are two other reasons as to why the gunplay feels so inconsistent. And the number one problem, and the thing that has to have been fixed yesterday, is that the models and the hitboxes are desynced. And for those of you that don't know, it basically means that you do not have to shoot at the enemy that you see, but actually before or ahead, which obviously makes absolutely no sense and is absolutely unforgivable. And the other reason is because it was discovered that the animations are not played at the same time the shot is registered in the server, which also means basically that the animations and the shooting is desynced, which adds more randomness. And finally, VAC Live, the anti-cheat. There is 0 point in spending a lot of time and resources developing a matchmaking system that is supposed to compete with FACEIT when your anti-cheat cannot detect the first free cheat that you look up on Google. It's that simple. It's super unfortunate that this is still a problem that has not been fixed. The solution is a good, intrusive anti-cheat, and it has to be good, because just because it's intrusive, it does not mean that it will be necessarily good. So I know a lot of people are going to say, oh yes, but Valorant has something like this, but it still has cheaters. And that is because it is impossible to not have cheaters in video games. The point of a good anti-cheat is to make cheaters not want to use cheats because of how hard it is to activate them, or how easy it is for them to get detected and banned. There is no security system in the world, and there never will be one, that is 100% foolproof. And this goes for anti-cheats as well. And Valorant, the cheaters are not a problem because they are so and far few between, and even then they get detected and banned super quickly. So this is the solution in my opinion. And also IP and hardware bans, not just Steam account bans. So in conclusion, Counter-Strike 2 is in a very shit state. That is undeniable. And the people saying that, oh, it's in a good state, are fucking stupid. But the people that are saying that CS2 or Counter-Strike in general will die because of it being in a bad state are also fucking stupid. Because Global Offensive, even though it took lots of time and updates, it eventually became the best shooter and the most well-known first-person shooter ever, even though it was even worse when it released compared to CS2. So be patient, please give good constructive criticism, please send good feedback to Valve, email them problems because they do read these emails. It may take more time to fix certain problems, but they will fix them. Valve is Valve, and as much as we like to meme and shit on them, they know what they are doing. They just need time and feedback. So please just keep doing that, and you will see that Counter-Strike 2, I truly believe, will be better than Global Offensive was. So thank you so much for watching. Please, I invite all of you to have a discussion in the comments of this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.